This is a securities fraud case because Elon Musk in 2018 sent out two tweets saying that he was going to take Tesla private and that the funding had been secured. And based on that, the stock shot up, but ultimately tanked, costing investors, especially short sellers, millions of dollars. So the jury has really three questions to answer here. Did Musk intend to defraud investors when he made the false tweets? Did those false and misleading tweets materially affect Tesla's stock price? Did they affect the market? And if so, what are the damages to the class of investors that lost money? The plaintiffs are arguing that Musk knew the tweets were false and misleading when they were made. And Musk's lawyers are saying, no, this was just his intent to take the company private. And that was always his intent and what he would have done had shareholders allowed it. It had nothing to do with the funding. The lesson certainly for every CEO that's watching is be careful what you post on social media. Make sure it's 100% accurate and vetted by your legal team, because if not, you could be sued or you could be fined or even worse.
This trial's taking us back in a time machine, back before Elon Musk owned Twitter, and this is mostly focused on his tweeting activities. While he's still CEO of Tesla, but this has to do with basically, he took Twitter private, and he at one point was floating the idea of he's going to take Tesla private. And then over a course of a 10-day span there in August 2018, it became apparent that Elon didn't have the financing. After all, him and Tesla ended up paying $40 million to settle charges without admitting wrongdoing to the Securities and Exchange Commission here in the United States. So it's pretty clear he's going to testify. That could always change, but he's always maintained he did nothing wrong. But what's interesting is the judge, before the trial began, has already ruled that those tweets were indeed false and reckless. So they're basically, this is going to come down to the jury of 9 people that was selected today, determining what his state of mind was. He really, which is always a tricky thing to get into Elon Musk's mind. He's going to have to explain his actions on the witness stand under sworn oath. So that's going to be one of the dramatic moments. And then a lot of the Tesla former directors and current directors and some former and current executives are going to testify.
Alex, can we talk to you? Can we talk to you? Real quick, nothing.
Well, one thing that is interesting and a big point of contention in this trial, Elon for a long time was lionized as, the next Steve Jobs or a visionary, and some people still believe that. But this trial is making clear how much public perception has changed of him since he completed the Twitter deal in October, because even his own attorneys wanted to move the trial from here to Texas. That was denied, but that was because they thought that in the San Francisco Bay Area, opinions had been so poisoned about him that it was going to be possible to find a partial trial out of the jury. And then today's questioning made that clear. I think they called them people that were describing him as everything from narcissistic, arrogant, to this office rocker. And others call him a genius and a mercenary. But I mean, the pendulum has swung on Elon, so he may have a tough audience. Although the judge feels like he did end up getting 9 impartial jurors here, so we'll see.